Hello again! Welcome to another episode of Advanced Minecraft. And last time we were in 2B2T, we found like a fortress, a paradise even. It had trees and melons. We're going to log back in and see what's happened to it. Alright, not bad. It's still here. We still have melons galore. We got trees, I got saplings. We got watchtowers. It's great. It's almost like a regular server. Except that I can't trust anybody and they're all hackers. And, alright, so, what do I got? I got 42 melons. I got a bunch of basic stuff. I could use some more tools. I could go mining for iron at some point. But let me grab more stuff. In fact, I'm going to take some of the wheat and seeds here. And hopefully wind up with a little more than I need to replant for this guy. Or more than likely it's more than one person. A group of people perhaps that are settled here. Wow, look at all these melons. This is fantastic. It's like somebody made them just for me. So my 2B2T episodes have gotten a lot of positive feedback in number of views and also some messages, and I'm thankful for that. I'm very excited to continue the series. If that's what you guys like to see, happy to do it. I'm interested in knowing where you would like this to go, because it's kind of an open world in a extreme survival scenario. But what would you like to see? Would you like me to build a base? Would you like me to try to help clean up spawn and make it a nice place for people? Would you like me to just go around and murder people? It's not really what I normally do, but we could do that. Or would you just like me to go and try to survive? Show you some tips for surviving in a place where the people are hostile. Who knows? I managed to get one extra seed, grabbed a little bit of wheat, some over here, I'll grab some more over here, and it was nice enough to replant everything I found, so they won't even know I've been here, unless they watch the video, which is really unlikely. Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, look at that, it's a huge dome, kind of shaped like an hourglass. Of course, it's right next to somebody's lava grief, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's about what happens. Somebody pours lava down on top of your nice building and then pours water on it, and then it's covered in cobble. How much wood do I got? I got 21, that's enough for now. Actually, let me grab one more. One more tree. And I've got everything I need. I've got so many melons, I could start my own melon farm. And I've got enough food to survive. But basically, I beat it! I beat it! I beat 2B2T. I lived long enough to get food. That's like the main problem. So, let's go out on my own and strike a base, and let's head toward, or rather away from the center. So this is plus X, and this is plus Z, and I want to go minus Z. So I'd like to go this way to make myself farther away. So basically, I'm heading this direction. Alright. Near all the destroyed stuff. Somebody went through and ripped up all these nice houses. But the most important stuff, the melons, the trees, they didn't do anything to. So, good riddance to griefers. Man. Looks like it was pretty impressive at one point. Okay, so tunnel here. So as with most Minecraft Let's Plays, the best thing for us to do is to set ourselves a goal. Think of something that we want to see done and make a to-do list that's going to help us get to that point. And I think step one in any to-do list on 2B2T is isolate yourself. Get as far away from spawn as possible. So that people don't know where you are. And that you could find stuff under the ground, you could build a base without constant threat of it getting, completely covered in lava. And that'll be our goal. We're going to strike out on our own, find a nice spot to settle in, and you know, maybe build up some real decent equipment, get some diamond gear, maybe an enchanting table, go to the nether, all sorts of fun stuff. And then when we're convinced that we've got everything set, we can come back here to spawn and try to make it a better place, or cover it in lava. Whatever. Whatever works. But as far as Minecraft goes, I tend to play the good guy. Like I've been doing. I've been replanting melons and seeds and whatnot. Instead of stealing everything and running off laughing, I try to play team play. It's not always going to work, and of course there are certain servers in Minecraft where it's simply not the way you play. You know, you play competitive, you fight, you grief. But this server, being an anarchy server, do whatever you want, I've chosen to play nice. Alright. I'm not worried about the fact that my food's dropping, so it's really more about how far away do I want to go before I start putting something together. And I don't think I'm ever going to get away to the part where there is no civilization left. S-L-A-T-E, Slate. It's funny, I actually knew a guy in college who went by the name Slate as his computer name. Handle, that's the right word for it. So, Zach, if you're watching, I just shouted you out in my Minecraft video series. Yeah, so there's no way I'm going to get completely away from civilization. It's just the map has been running for 2 years. I'm sure somebody has gone 20, 30, 40,000 blocks away and set up a house. But I'd like to get to a point... Oop, a bit of a lag jump there. I'd like to get to a point where I don't feel like I'm going to be found out soon. Another option to doing that is possibly finding a spot that's sort of semi-alone and digging down into the ground and setting up an underground base, which actually is a pretty smart idea. Certain things like chests and furnaces might show up on somebody's radar if they're using a client that has a radar bro or something to that effect. But for the most part, most people will ignore me, and the people who have those kind of clients might not even wander out to where I'm at. So it's a very good chance that I could remain hidden the entire time. And I've employed this tactic before on different servers that don't allow hacked clients or modifications that do things you're not allowed to do. Notably Civcraft, I'm referring to, where I will go out and hobo myself, and I've dug a base and actually reformed the terrain around it to make it look like a natural hill when in fact my base was there. Base down here. Yeah, I'm sure it's full of lava and signs. What did it say? Nice base, Toadad. Nice base, it's just 3 rooms and some lava. Yeah, I'm sure he turned it into the lava. Yeah. Okay, well, clearly not far enough from Civ. Gotta get myself further out here, so... We're in a winter biome. Actually, while I'm out here, since I only have oak trees, I should probably collect... Well, these are oak trees too. But I should probably try to collect some of the darker wood trees if any have spawned here. There's birch. I'll grab some birch. Give myself access to a little more than just the default wood. Which will be nice, because then if I really want to, I can make a base which got, you know, different color planks. So. It's actually dark out, which is probably a problem. I do not want to get murdered by mobs after doing so well to start. So I'll probably have to find somebody's abandoned shack and hide in it for the night, and maybe dig down, look for some iron or something else. Actually, I'm chopping down these birch trees, but I really ought to be getting saplings from them. Otherwise, really no point saying, oh, I got like half a stack of birch wood. Well, I never want to use it because it'll be precious to me, unless I can regrow the birch trees. This isn't really that critical. There we go. Because I can probably find more birch trees somewhere. Now, I know I saw one. Did I pick it up? What the hell? Weird. Damn it. Alright, where's that other birch tree I cut down that was nearby? Oh, here we go. Okay. One birch sapling. That's all I need. Now I can go and hide myself somewhere safe. And I'm gonna take over this dude's little area. Creeper home. Don't enter. Sure, okay. You got it, buddy. Plants that aren't destroyed or trampled. Oop, 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 I hear spiders. Torches. Looks like just somebody sealed off the edge of a cave and decided to make it a base, but they haven't set anything down here yet. Ooh, careful. Alright. I've got one torch. And here in this cave, I'm going to set up a quick base. Nothing permanent because I'm still not as far out as I'd like, but I might be able to upgrade some of my equipment and, if I'm really lucky, find some iron and get started doing something actually productive and expert, advanced, instead of just surviving by the skin of my teeth. So, that's what I'm going to do. That's the plan. And we're going to cut here and come back for another episode of 2B2T right after this.